everyone. Hello. Greetings. Welcome. Welcome, Randy. Curly Lion. Yeoman Chambers. Ty. What's up, TYB? Hey, everyone. Another day is upon us. Make it a good one. Has it been a good one so far? Took a power nap after getting some work done this morning. Just woke from that, washed my face, made some coffee. Prestige, you grabbed yourself some time to finish Trespasser and probably your gaming life for a while. Oh, man.
Message coming in.
Man, don't think that. Don't say that. Kim. Hello, Kim. Hello, Prestige. Ty, thank you for the host, man. Ty, are you going to be hanging around for a little bit today? Kind of have a joint question for you and Entropic and Gudgeum. Another schedule question, but I'll save it for if you're all here, and if you don't all make it here at the same time, I will just maybe not ask question. So, welcome. We're gonna go check the war table real quick before we get anything else started. End of the stream last night, I did not manage to kill that dragon, so we gotta kill that dragon today, but I want to get at least one level, before we go to try it again. And so after the stream, I went and hit up the war table and got a few things going. Yeah, Kim, it's staying there. But that one is good. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. Prestige, you will never shed that .8, will you? Not. I guess I could change it. I could surprise the hell out of you one day and make the .8 disappear. Round up. I suspect you might like the .8 at this point. Master Spirit Rune. 3 of replies regarding the sale of our findings in Liberalum. I want to talk a tiny bit about the schedule. I went ahead and put an extra stream on the schedule tomorrow. Tomorrow was going to be an off day. It's going to be a day off the stream. But I've actually done a few things, and it'll probably get tweaked a little bit more. One game or another in October might have to get bumped. Right now, the October schedule's getting awfully pressured by trying to finish this. And Doom's going to be the next game. It was going to start Sunday. We're probably going to be finishing this on Sunday. Doom is still the next game. Anyways, extra stream tomorrow. It's going to be earlier than this one. Don't know how long it'll be. It might just be 6 hours. But I want to try and get that in. And then we've got a 12-hour plan for Saturday. And then Sunday, when we were going to start Doom, I think is when we're actually going to be finishing this.
I have requests for information on your
Message
lineage
for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Ty! Sub, thank you, man. Thank you for that awesome support and keeping it going.
No,
4 months. More, and I'm not sure everyone's... Some of the months that pop up aren't always right, so
I'm not bait.
Thank you for keeping that sub going, man.
Just look pretty.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Rage Mage! Hey, Rage Mage, thank you for the host. Welcome, Rage Nation. Grem, what a lovely fucking greeting from Grem, isn't it? There was some initial ranting on the part of the Grand Cleric, but I think the constant presence of Inquisition soldiers outside the doors of the Grand Cathedral serve as enough of a reminder to quiet the other clerics. Grumbling remains, but the danger appears to have passed. They've moved on to other concerns. Completed. 130 hours out of this. Yeah, that was my worry. Is my worry, Prestige, is that I would need 130 hours. I don't think I could stretch things, squeeze things around in October to make this 130-hour playthrough that fits. Amulet of Power for don't know who. Yeah, see, Ty, I had a feeling. And what was the third? There should be a third report ready somewhere. Hard in Hightown. Revenge of the Merchants Guild unlocked. Nightingale, 2 points. That book is abysmal, and the entire code-breaking department wants to ritually set it on fire. The message is double encrypted. The message in mistakes is in a Merchants Guild cipher. We have not yet broken the guild's code. I may not have properly scheduled tomorrow's stream. It's there, but I'm getting word that it may not show that there is any time for it. It's at 9 a.m. It ends at 9 a.m. Not exactly true. There will be a stream tomorrow. I will tweak the schedule too. Revenge of the Merchants Guild. An unsent letter from Varric waits in the war room, addressed to Jarek Dace, Denerim Merchants Guild. Jarek, I need a key to the Merchants Guild cipher from 1 month ago, and you still have payments left on the loan house Tethris gave you for the rescue mission, the Amgarak. So I think we make a deal. We can make a deal. I get the cipher, and your debt disappears like financial magic. And Nightingale, since I know you'll open this and read it before it gets sent, don't bother to keep a copy. The guild changes their codes every month because dwarves are naturally paranoid. Eric Tethris. Only one person for this mission. Send the letter to Denerim. Getting this cipher will help Liliana find the killer. Carry on, Josie.
Let us begin.
Alistair. Inquisitor. First things first. An apology. I offered the rebel mages safe harbor in Ferelden only to have them drive my uncle out of his town. So I'll admit I wasn't in the best of moods when I first met you. I just wanted everyone out of Redcliffe. I didn't care who was responsible for what. Now I wish I'd done otherwise. Isn't that always the way? These cultists, Venatori I think they're called, we have them in the Royal Palace. Or so I'm told. Like rats, but with magic and nasty sneers. I don't know what they're up to, but I need to find them and drive them out. Since the Inquisition knows all about them, I'm hoping you'll help. Something, grateful, something. Wait, did you just write that? You scribes do this on purpose, don't you? King Alistair Therin. Liliana wants to send agents to quietly hunt down the spies. Cullen wants to send forces to aid in the manhunt. Not only should we help, everyone should see us doing that. Be alright with Cullen making a show of it, although the Venatori might prove more troublesome if they weren't quietly taken down. Quiet might be better. We can send Liliana out there. Judgment. Here's an interesting one. I'm curious what anyone thinks of this. Do you remember the judgment we passed on the warden who had taken part in the binding of demons as they were being so terribly misled? Now, they made their choices. They made horrible choices, and judgment was to be rendered. This warden wanted to be executed as a show and an example. She felt she needed to be an example. All right, Grim. See you later. You had asked about, I saw your Nightingale comment, but Skyrim related. As usual, I think you know, probably not related. Different companies, different games. Disgraced. Grey Warden, Sir Ruth, wishes to make good on your judgment. We judged her not to be executed, but to be sent to the Deep Roads, as a warden would on their calling. And she didn't like the idea, but here she is, the disgraced Grey Warden. Sir Ruth wishes to make good on your judgment. Inquisitor, she has asked for assistance in reaching one of the deeper recesses of the Deep Road, so that her premature calling might serve a greater good. Laudable, but any expedition to the Deep Roads comes with considerable risk. Hey, Slugger, how are you doing? Message received. Welcome. Liliana says an escort is simple. I could also arrange to note her exact path, should you wish to recover her body for any perceived honors. Curious choice of words. Cullen, many of her soldiers lost family to the Blight. I have no doubt many would volunteer to escort the Warden, My concern is that they would not stop at escorting. What do you mean? Escort the warden and take revenge because of what she had done, or escort the warden and take part and help the warden and fight and die by her side and not come back? I'm not quite sure what he means by my concern is that they would not stop at escorting. In any case, Liliana could arrange an escort, and we could have Cullen go make a show of things and see if his soldiers can actually whoop some Venatori. Yeah, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Shadows over Denerim. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let's take a look before I send, I saved this one. I came to the war table after the stream just to get a few things ticking away. This was a very special judgment. Grand Duchess Floriane, who is dead and rotting in a box. Entropic, greetings, brother. Greetings. Hey, since I've got 2 out of 3 of you here, let me ask, Ty, TYB, if you're out there, man, and Entropic, had a question related to Dying Light. We're going to be doing some multiplayer Dying Light next weekend, and Gudjum and Entropic and Ty are going to join in for that, and maybe more. But question, it's on the schedule right now for Friday. We were talking about scheduling a little bit. It's good, we can stick with that. I'm going to have to bump some things around on the schedule, and what I was thinking about was, would Saturday be any preferable? Open question, feel free to say no, let's stick with Friday. Would Saturday be any different, any better for either of you, Tropic or Ty? Just thinking about it, since I'm pressured to rearrange some things, I was thinking about moving that from Friday to Saturday. But not if it doesn't work for you. Easy to keep it where it is. Let me know. So, Grand Duchess Floriane in a box, and we were forced because of the complexities of titles and Orlais, inheritance rules. Basically, we had to pass judgment on her crimes, for her crimes, before her estate and her possessions, everything could be dealt with. Several of Grand Duchess Floriane's peers are maneuvering to claim her place at court, or at least to try and cannibalize the largest portion of it. Their natures may be such that they will not see her fate as a cautionary tale, that being when she tried to kill the Empress and we in turn killed her. They may see how high she rose and assume that they will be ever so much smarter when the time comes to face their own Inquisitors. They should be reminded of the dangers. Cullen says, since we're being barbaric, why not send her head on a pike? That was a joke. Do not ask for her head on a pike. You want her head on a pike. We could put her head on a pike. Cullen's a little resistant. Liliana says, arrange visitation. Not with you, with the Duchess. I dare say that waking to find a boxed traitor on their bed tables will set each straight. So, the corpse of Duchess Floriane goes on a little tour to frighten off some of, I guess you could say, our enemies. Close enough, right? Josephine says, you've seen how they are to slaves. They are slaves to bureaucracy. Demand they attend the Duchess's reception. As is usual for this time of year. I can see it now. The fashion is pine box. Liliana, very, very Godfather-esque.
Let's see what we have.
So, Entropic, it wouldn't matter to you if it's Friday or Saturday since it's the weekend. Noted. I want to run it by Ty and Gudjum, and if everybody was down with bumping it to Saturday, I'd probably do that. Right now, I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. I'm looking at Batman and the Evil Within. If something had to get squeezed from October to another time, let's say November, would that work? I mean, which one? Have any thoughts, preferences? I'll decide. That's what I'm trying to decide. Hopefully I don't have to bump anything off the schedule, just move things around and make it fit. Hello, Simpika. Hello. Duchess in a box. Tour underway. I also picked up the perk. I had one perk to spend, and we had talked a couple streams ago about getting forward scouts, then I slipped and spent a point on something else. Finally picked up forward scouts. So things should be revealed all over the map, pretty much everywhere. Who gets the Amulet of Power? Amulets of Power grant a point to spend on a skill, but they are bound to a particular character. This one's for Vivienne. Lucky Vivienne. Pika, I'm pretty good. I think I'm pretty good today. Settling in and relax. Hopefully get even better. It's cold. It's cold here today. Cold and kind of rainy. But what? We needed the moisture, and I wanted the cold. Most of the party, most of our companions are not well equipped. You can bring 3 people with you, and we have this whole party to choose from, and they don't all contribute so well to some of the stuff we're doing on Nightmare. So a lot of people are not coming along very much. They get left behind a lot, and then they don't have any gear when we do bring them out. Asgat just got here. Did you make any cool stuff? Oh, like the Master Blade staff. So the Master... look at what exactly we got, because I do want to do some crafting. No, I didn't make anything yet. I want to make some new stuff. Some of those schematics we got were for nice components. Aceless Protagonist, thank you for the host and welcome. We make upgrades for weapons as well as the weapons. The main order of business is making new weapons, new armor, and a secondary order of business is making new upgrades for those weapons and armor. Let's see what kind of stuff's available. Okay, we're making stabs. Got a tier 3 superb staff of the dragon. That's sort of DLC or pre-order, whatever it is. Game of the Year comes with all this stuff too. There's a tier 3 staff grip. There's a Masterwork tier 2 staff grip. So here are some of the components we have. We really only got one tier 3 staff schematic. It's the dragon. If you look at what it's made from, it has 2 offensive and 1 utility slots. That's not bad. All this dragon stuff that the game comes with is a little flashy for me. Like that bow of the dragon. That thing. I'm sure somebody loves it. But I don't. The staff, though, staff looks fine. So we could make some tier 3 staves if we had the right materials. Getting cold in Scotland, Simpika? I bet. Yeah, forget cold and rainy here. You're talking Scotland. That would be the real deal. I'm sure there's some people we won't see today because they have to either evacuate or kind of be sheltering from storm today. Hurricane coming ashore. I still don't know the timetable on that, or what the latest is. But I know that a lot of people are moving today, and that's probably good. It would be great if everybody who was in the path just took every necessary precaution, moved. Never really happens that way, but best. We've got just enough silverite to make 2 of those if we wanted. Why would we? So is there any benefit to using a rare metal for the primary slot when crafting? Prestige saw Nate said something about evacuation. Yes. Hurricane has already plowed through Haiti and is going to get to Florida and South Carolina very likely, and affect other areas too, but is going to make land with 150, 60 mile an hour winds. Pretty dangerous, and I think more than 1 million people are in areas that are being told to evacuate. So the DPS is the same. The type of metal you use affects the type of damage. But seems like the only thing the rare is really going to do is if you use it as a primary on armor, it says no class restriction for armors. Thought about that. So if you wanted to put heavy armor on your rogue, huh? But why would you? That would mostly be. How big a variation is there really in the protection from light, medium, heavy, and the numbers are not far. We could look at them if we wanted to. Just thinking out loud. Tier 3, we have a decent amount of Tier 3 common metals. We've got something else I saw. We've got a decent amount of Everite. Use Everite. Electricity tabs. But we don't have everything we would need to make good upgrades for them. Jeweled staff blade, apostate staff blade, those blades, but they're not that powerful. Daggers for Sarah. We have a tier 3 dagger schematic, but it's the dragon. Look at that. Does that even look like a dagger? Like a sculpture, not a dagger. Don't really have that. Got a new tier 3 bow schematic. The one I'm currently using is... I think it's the dense. Yeah, Edge, what's happening?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Fluffy Bunny! Thank you for the host. No, I'm not. Prestige. No, I'm not. I'm guessing you pulled up the map now, but Florida, southeast corner, and I'm kind of in the middle. Not smack in the middle of the U.S., but I'm considered landlocked. I'm surrounded by other states. Colorado is pretty much in the middle. So I do want to craft stuff, but I don't think we have everything we need. We've got most of the materials. We need some new schematics. About armor. Did want to make some new armor yesterday, and I think we do have most of them. Here's the heavy stuff. That's the one I bought. Haven't used yet. Difference between those is this has 2 defensive, 1 utility. Both have 2 defense, 1 utility. This takes leather, metal. This takes metal, leather, cloth. Another DLC schematic or Game of the Year edition schematic. Herb Shokratar. Cloth, leather, metal. Prestige, I made it to the Desert Vendor a while ago. Yeah, we made a very early trip to the Desert Vendor and bought first some 30 Prowler armor, the schematic, and actually crafted that. And later went back and bought sturdy Battlemaster, but haven't crafted it yet, and have not gone to buy sturdy Enchanter mail. But we might not need it, because we've got this. Don't mind putting casters in belly dancing gear. Also, it looks like the formal attire, which I'm not really a fan of the art of, can be crafted as proper armor. What can we do with that? We kill a couple more dragons and make some stuff out of the dragon materials. We get light, medium, and heavy. We get cloth, leather, and metal for killing a dragon. Edge, current predictions for Rear area not going to get hit much. Ordinary storm level. I hope that is so. But vigilant. Ready. Willow weed. Alright, are we making some new gear? We can make some new armor. That's the light stuff. And Cassandra. What we're still missing is some of the Fade Touched items that I wanted, though I think we picked up enough to do something. I'm curious. Fade Touched Ring Velvet with a different property from Fade Touched Ring Velvet. Does that work? 2 pieces of Fade Touched Ring Velvet to apply Hidden Blades. The goal is to also get Fade Touched Obsidian or a higher tier guard applying Masterwork and make a piece of gear for everyone. You know, make a weapon and armor. So we could start with armor and the Ring Velvet for Cassandra and maybe 1 mage. And what that'll do, besides a little extra damage when it procs, 10% chance to use Hidden Blades, later when they also have something to build guard, they'll get extra guard building out of it. That'll be particularly nice for characters that don't already have guard, like mages, or then Sarah as Tempest, the dagger rogue, wielding dagger rogue. If we just had some more Fade Touched Obsidian, hit gain guard. Oh shit, Fade Touched Silverite. We do. We've got an even better one. Look at that. Look at that. Look at Fade Touched Silverite. 5 guard. Gain more guard more quickly on hit, gain 5 guard. Well, see, I'd love to have that for me. I'm already doing okay building up guard, but that's almost double the guard building. 5 instead of 3. Everything that's applied getting extra every tick is going to be huge, huge for building up guard. Maybe I get greedy and pass my medium armor on to Sarah. She gets blah, 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 and I get to use this. But it does mean delaying giving it to anyone else. Does that mean we're going to use Sarah in battle more because she'll be building guard? I don't know. I don't know what I'm... The extra guard building. Most. Our tanks already have good moves for building guard, but when they don't have it, and they're stuck between cooldowns, and we're fighting a dragon like the end of the stream last night, they're just... done. Mages could really use some guard. Mages with a barrier and guard. Hardy. Touch Silverite. Get more of that. Is there a dupe? Is there a dupe? Dupe that. Alright, someone's gonna get lucky. Somebody's getting the Fade Touch Silverite. Getting hooked up. Can we also make... Let's make a pair. Let's make a weapon and armor for someone. Who's the lucky someone? Be Cassandra? Struggling with Bull. Did you see Iron Bull dropping yesterday? Hurricane has come too. Justice, what's happening? Welcome. You ready? Stormage. Or a mage. Could really hook Solus up. Solus is in desperate need of new armor, new staff. Let's hook Solus up. Lucky, lucky Solus. King's Willow Weave. Ability. Flower. 21 Dex. Not ideal for him. Dex or cunning. Dex or cunning. These things just aren't. Take the armor for yourself, pass yours to Sarah, and make a cool mage staff. Let me see what I put on what, too. It's going to make some difference whether I put it on my bow or the armor. As cat, I didn't even check. The hidden blades, okay. Cloth is on the bow, which is good. It means that I could do that. If I took this off, hooked Sarah up. Better than what she was wearing. Sarah's now got something that builds guard. I'd need something that builds guard for a better helmet too, can't we? Hunting. Yeah. Mask of the Empress. Almost looks cool on her. Good. Good. He's also gonna need the bow, which isn't needed, but it would be nice if we made her a bow that triggers the hidden blades. Oh, not a bow. She's using daggers. Could actually have 2 procs because wielding. She could have proc on one of them. We have to make her at least 1 dagger with that. Flank. AoE dagger. Or just save that for later. I need armor now. That's what we've done. We make new sturdy prowler armor. Or if I want to be a belly dancer, we make light armor, heavy armor with rares, and this is considered heavy armor. But notice it could go up to 253 armor rating versus 236 for medium versus 218 for light. So that when I asked before about the range of difference, it's not that great. You can go from 218 250-ish. About a 35 point difference between light to heavy. Not huge. Or maybe that's more of a difference than I giving it credit for. But if we made this with a rare, have restrictions or no? That doesn't even work on. Looks like that's not even a. Silverite shows that tier 3 rare, no class restriction for armor. For some reason, this Dragonbone doesn't say that. Rare. Is that not about rare? Is that a specialty of Silverite and not a feature of rare? What would the heavy do to stamina? Fair question, and I guess I don't know if there would be any impact. I don't know that there would or wouldn't be. But let's stick with proper. Let's do medium, and I don't like the really showy armor of the dragon, although tempered with a decent color palette, it might not be so flashy. I do like the simpler stuff. It goes skin. Body paint. Body paint, superb stone bear. No. Dragon stuff's just a little flashy for me. Little better. Dark palette. That has defense, 2 defense slots and a utility. This has 2 utility and 1 defense slots. Actually, that only gets to a 211 armor rating compared to the 236. Use a common, but we get tier 3. Now flower. No fleur. And also, no class restriction for armors. So, 15. How many did we need for the primary slot? 19. We only needed 19. We got to kill another dragon before making this suit. Think about it. How close are we to getting tier 4 schematics? We just need 19. I've got 15 dragon scales. One more dragon and we'll have tier 4. Although... Thanathas, can you see the skill tree? Yeah, do you mean for any particular character? Curious about the game? Yeah, we're not too far into crafting here. Show you some skill tree. But if you have a more specific question, you'll have to let me know. Rogue has access to daggers. Well, I spec to daggers at one point. I spec back to archery. It's the basic archery tree. We've got long shot, some passives, leaping shot, strafing shots. Only stuff I have from sabotage is poisoned weapons, although I guess I got duration bonus for that. That. Hey, Densa, what's happening, man? Subterfuge tree. There's evasion and some passives. And evade to leap away. Also, put this to much use yet. But if I would just leap away in combat, not having to actually go stealth, but just leap away, it will leave a bit of a shadowy figure. In fact, it actually does damage, and I've not been using that in combat. Good. Assassin, specialization, hidden blades, some passives, and mark of death. Need sabotage, throwing knives. Well, maybe you need sabotage, throwing knives. I don't plan on picking up sabotage, throwing knives. I know Prestige wanted me to get sabotage, throwing knives down here. Throwing blades, what you're looking at. It might be a whole lot of damage, but it's hiding behind caltrops and a couple passives. I don't want necessarily to drop some of the things I have. So my choice is not that, but thank you for the input. Anna Yui, hello. So, dragon parts. Might be better to use those dragon parts not as the only way to get tier 4. I don't remember all the materials. So if there's going to be a tier 4 leather besides the dragon materials, is there? But if I were going to make a new suit with tier 4 pretty soon, I might want to save that Fade Touch Silverite. I'm worrying too much about it. Fade Touch Silverite. And if we weren't going to make a full suit of dragon scales later, we could put Cunning and Dex. We get this nice mix. We could go dragon scales and just use this suit for the rest of the game. Not sure I want to. I'm thinking about it. Dragon Bone would be 16% fire resist versus... That would be fire resist. If you want innate fire resist, I guess you can dragon. Fire resist. It's tempting, but that's a lot of dragon parts. The dragon parts. Or we get some extra health. The rares and the commons. Rares and the commons. Rares don't have higher percentages when they're used in other slots, it looks like. Yeah, Yui, they both work. Bugs facing different ways. They both work. Yeah, I didn't use dragon materials. Put in there. Didn't need the cunning. We could just put Snowfleur in everything, which is pretty much what I made before. Snowfleur in everything. Get a bunch of decks. Instead of 8 decks and 8 cunning, we get 14 decks. We don't use any of the dragon parts yet. We'll be burning this awesome kitty there, though. Get fire resist. Oh, that 16% is worth it. Extra health might be nice. Bigger on being hit. I don't want to be hit that much. I'd rather have the health as a bit of a buffer. Okay. Even though we can recolor it, that's what it'll come out looking like. It'll be the same suit that I had before, but with 5 guard building instead of 3. Sarah gained the other one. There was a lot of fussing about for a suit of armor. Done. Simple. Alright. Piece of armor for me. Sarah got that. Let's... try bringing Sarah out, see how well that works. See how much guard she can actually build up in combat. We're gonna make a new staff for Solus. Don't have another piece of obsidian or silverite, anything to build guard. We'll still give him one of these. Fade Touch Ring Velvet. And then we'll make him some new armor later if we can get another masterwork piece for that. Tier 3 metal. Everite. Electricity damage. Be okay. He's been using cold, but I have a tier 3 cold. Do if it's silverite. Warm heart. Electricity. Fire. This is flanking damage bonus, critical chance. Critical chances. What do we have for a tier 3 crit chance? Snowfleur does flanking damage bonus. He's fighting from a distance. It will sometimes be flanking, but it'll be a little hit or miss. Yeah, 18% flanking bonus, or... at least a tier chance. 9% crit chance, or an 18% flanking bonus. Snowfleur skin is nicely replaceable. That one drops in big stacks. Barrier damage bonus. Critical damage bonus. Dragon bits. Heal on kill. I don't know if that's going to proc enough. Basic attack boost. Full hitting things? Alright, attack boost and tier 3, Dale's Load and Wool, magic boost. This has some nice bits in this. Actually, so that staff I just made, it has that masterwork fade touched in it, so he'll get the Hidden Blades proc, but I'm not sure it's actually that much better than this. Take out the upgrades. Can't remove the spirit rune I put in. I avoided putting one in that was too good. Tempest does have more electricity as a base damage. Put in Grip. Blade. And... nice spirit rune. Couple of them, huh? Try that. Yes, enchanted.
Served the lord who loaded his catapults with anvils.
You can put in a lot of time in the crafting system in this game, and that says nothing about going out to get the materials that you need. Just sitting here crafting things. A lot of time at it. Wearing some very generic armor. We need to find him or make him something better. We will.
Point made.
Clean up a little bit. Anyone's Alright, inventory looks okay. Let's make a dump into the chest. Sigils I'll never use. Don't ask what I'm doing. I'm just putting things away. I want to have a clean inventory right now. And I've got a pretty clean inventory right now. So yay. 80 items. Alright. We have all these inner circle quests, and we want to get... have to do them all now, but I think we don't get to do them all later, so we're going to do them all now. The Inquisitor's Path, the main quest line, what Pride had wrought. Waiting on that. Return to the war room to confirm the plan of attack. Until we spend power and do that, it's not going to auto-trigger. That's when we move forward with the main story. Do we want to do the Deep Roads DLC before that? After that? We're going to do Trespasser at the very end, after the main game. When are we going to do Jaws of Hakan? Story. When's appropriate to do that? Is there a good place in the story that's better than others? So today, at least for now, what I want to do is finish cleaning this up. We've got one more artifact to find for Blackwall. Got to get to Kaer Oswin. Cassandra has reason to believe that Corypheus is behind the disappearance of the Seekers of Truth. 2 more targets to eliminate for Cassandra. Go find Cole. Decide what to do with the amulet we got. We want to talk to Dorian about the letter. His parents want to meet with him. And he's being tricked into meeting with his parents because he doesn't want to meet with them. And we can talk to him first. Tell him what's up. Kill Venatori with Dorian. 2 more primeval red lyrium deposits. Going back to Valimar. Varric and Bianca. Smuggler's letters. Trip to the Exalted Plains. There's our quarry. They're a little ways away. Got camps to uncover anyways, so might just work out. Sea Star, what's up? Hey, Ajay and Starship. Hope everyone's having a good Thursday. I hope that too, for you and everyone. How are you? Yeah. This fort we can travel to. How easy will it be to navigate to these other... We might be a little trapped in this fort, if it's what I'm thinking of. Sarah, let's try out her new guard building. Cassandra. Dolus has got a new staff. I might want more
detected
coffee.
A signal embedded in the static.
Let's see. Let's see. Caspi? Say that, Caspi? How do we say your name? Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the starship. Have you here. I'm not quite sure what to do with your name. If you could help me out with that, that would be great.
The words of Kleenex.
Double door doesn't open, does it?
Oh, yes.
Does it? Can you actually get out? I don't think I can jump down there without it being called a death. I might want to tint this armor later too. Pretty sure it'll call it a death if I jump. Anyone want to wager? So that wasn't really on the map. It was pretend terrain. Sarah, having been respec'd from Archer, she's now a feisty little Tempest. And she's twitching, and she's twitching, and she's twitching! Stop twitching, thank you. That was creepy. Did you see that in the distance? She started going like this. I don't think she was supposed to do that. She was vibrating rapidly. She does have 2 AoE daggers. And she has a specialization of Tempest, so she's gonna be throwing ice and electricity. Little flasks, glass flasks full of ice and electricity, and maybe fire too. Hello, hello, Wildhood. Hello. Don't see... She didn't come out of that fight with any guard. Give her a dagger with hidden blades. Triggering. That'll help. But it won't just magically give her a lot of guard. 10% of the time while she's attacking, and she attacks pretty quickly, she'll get that trigger and it'll go guard. I think it'll make a nice difference. We have Tempest. He has Frost. Ask Master. 1,000 cuts. Actually on the bar, so she could use it. Flask of Light. Poisoned weapons? Not have poison. Not have poison weapons. Lots. Knockout powder. Stabby, stabby, stab. Try this. Here, instead of the basic evade. But anyways. Some kind of chief, yo! The PSVR giveaway. Yeah, if you'd like, Chief, I don't think you actually need permission. Thank you for asking. I don't think you need permission, though. If you have at least 15 hours in the chat, the bot won't give you any grief for posting links. But, appreciate you asking anyways. How you doing? I missed the whole translation conversation, by the way. I was pretty immersed in the crafting. Please, everyone, feel free to call me out if I miss something in chat, completely miss it. You can yell at me. You can say so. 10% stagger on being hit. For a tank? How awesome would that be? Your tank's getting beat on, and 10% of the time, target's staggering. I don't know what Cassandra's wearing, but I would... is wearing an enhanced belt of sunder, 5% sunder when hit. Okay, nice, but this might work better. 10% stagger. She's our main tank. Does she have better rings? Heal on kill. I don't know that she's getting the kill, so I don't know. Heal. Payback strike and shield bash, 2 things she is using. Probably find her better rings. Chief, on lunch break. Get a decent lunch. I have not eaten anything good yet today. Not really eaten much. I'm gonna eat during the break. I promise, I promise. I got a ham and Swiss to eat during the break. Hey, Fluffy. Question mark is the other tower. All right. I feel a little bit better about the schedule. I had to allow myself to change things. I had to allow myself to recognize we needed some more time for this. Something's going to get bumped. It's not the end of the world. Still don't know what exactly is going to get bumped where, but I started messing with the October schedule since we needed a little more for this. Reminder, added an extra stream tomorrow. There will be a stream tomorrow. Might only be 6 hours, but we're definitely going to do a stream tomorrow to get some more progress in the game. Going for 12 on Saturday, and then Sunday's stream, which was going to start Doom. We're actually going to keep this going until it's done. Woo! What's up? What's up, Ric Flair? Do this? Unlock operation. Gain access.
Clear this out if you want.
Gillennane's Grove. Guess we'll need to do that. Can't go there now. What happened to the lock on the Spellbinder? Why did Hidden Blades target?
Make it take you.
They were beneath their level, but at least Sarah built up some guard there. Half a bar of guard. She took a little damage, or still had some damage. Managed to build up a little guard. That's without the free proc of Hidden Blades. Cheese wheel! Sandra was a little stuck there. I might not notice it in the middle of a battle, but if in the middle of a battle you see that someone is stuck, like Cassandra, Hank especially, if I don't notice it, you shout out. It happened a few times during the dragon fight attempts. I didn't always notice right away. Someone was frozen in posture. Viridium. Every time I see Viridium, I think of Spaceballs and Druidia. That's why it comes out staggered. In my head, I'm hearing Druidia every time I pick up Viridium. Can't help it. Happened a long time ago. Now it's just a thing. Yeah, on the plus side, if you missed the dragon fight at the end of the stream last night, you get to see it today, because it never got finished. Dragon whooped my ass. I was able to knock about 80% of his health bar down, but the ads would overwhelm the tanks. You had Iron Bull and Cassandra and Solus, I think, fighting the dragon. One more level should be able to pull it off. That's Cat G! You had to change the schedule. How will I survive? You joke, but I know it's been confusing for people. I know it's been confusing. And I want to give it a little longer of an evaluation, but I'm already second guessing the changes that I made in terms of it being so variable that it confuses everyone, including me. So rushing to change things again isn't exactly a solution. If I'm not going to stick with those changes that I made, I want to at least have a good plan to replace it. So, October is going to be what October will be. I want to do all kinds of things. We don't quite have time for everything I want to do. We'll do as much as we can. Some things are going to be a little more fixed than others. Let's see. Wow, Edge, somehow I missed that. I'm backing up a little bit here. A couple of days ago, a streamer you watched many times and subscribed, you made many mocking jokes. Kind of stuff that a lot of channels just outright, ban and gone. Something outrageously evil, just mocking quietly. These people are other. Say anything because it's not a regular feature of the channel. Dealing with that stuff these. But now you feel uncomfortable watching it, even unsafe. Message. Sorry, I'm playing catch up with that. That's exactly the kind of thing it's a whole thread in chat. I see it going by, but if I don't stop and rewind and catch it from the beginning. Claim to have the good advice, but I would, in your position, I would want to say something about it too, and maybe saying something about it privately. First step. And if it's reportable, maybe reporting is, if a private mention isn't, doesn't feel like enough, you could. Yeah, I know, Fluffy. I know. Scarred Fluffy for life. Easy answers, Edge. No easy answers, man. Riverside Garrison, this ancient structure, has stood since the time of the Elven Kingdom of the Dales. Since then, it has fallen into ruin. No one alive knows for what the elves used it. Grand Duke Gaspard's forces claimed it's an outpost early in the Orlesian Civil War. I think I neglected to blow. See, there's a horn. Once we retake this place, we can blow the horn. But there's another one. Did take. There was something. We took something and didn't blow a horn. Somewhere. Edge, I've seen streamers who arguably go places I wouldn't want to be around. But I've also seen, strangely enough, I've seen some streamers just completely fail to do or say anything, and things get really nasty. And it's hard. It's hard to keep an eye on everything in chat and not everything. You don't want to see nasty stuff, but there's this whole range of things that we don't want to see on Twitch. Whether it's people being just a little silly, or going a little too far and deliberately trolly, or starting to say things that they may not realize are very upsetting to people, but are, or people who are deliberately trying to upset others. There's such a range of that stuff, but I have seen streamers who just turn a blind eye to some of the things that people say on Twitch. That is upsetting. Hope I don't ever fail to address that, because we get that here. I mean, people have come in. As awesome as everyone is here in this stream, I'm not going to get a double dispel anywhere, I don't think. I can't place this here, so we can't get a double. I mean, we've had people come in and be really nasty, just like other streams on Twitch. Some people try to disguise it. Some people surprise you, hang out perfectly reasonable for a while, and then out of nowhere, just incredible nastiness. I'm getting melted by this arcane horror. Let me get out of here. Bottles of Thedas. Finale by Masad. Last bottling from the legendary Winters of Ferelden before lands were divided. Tears on the glass. I don't understand the sentence I'm reading. Tears or tears on the glass, as slow as the turning of a reluctant air, as quick on the tongue as words that can't be unsaid. That, I know they're trying to describe the flavor, the bouquet of the wine. Still didn't make sense to me. Maybe it's a wine. The rift closed. We should be able to blow that signal horn up top. Radio, Kelly. Off to pick up the wife. Have a great stream. Back later. Cheers. Cheers to you, friend. See ya. See ya, man. It's kind of your thing. Stab
So you
your
spend a lot of time
whining.
around corpses.
As Navarans, we pay respect to the departed in family crypts.
Pay respect? Like pose them and dress them up and such?
Not in the way you're picturing.
It sounds like a big dead dollhouse. Dollhouses are creepy enough.
Well, now you know.
As long as there's cheese, there'll be no end to the whining. Well, is this even something I can go around? We're gonna have to wait till that war table operation is done. Good moving, you two. We're trying to share a heal. You just walked away from me. That's not cool. Heal too. You like the stinky cheese, huh, Hascat? Not a huge fan of stinky cheeses, but... Solus, I need you. Come over here. Solus, I need you. Can't get that far. I want to get a double dispel. Hey, there's one. Goosh. Yeah, Solus is getting knocked apart. That's okay. Ringo, you've returned to Cheese Talk. As long as you don't have a problem with the Cheese Talk. What's your favorite cheese? Everyone quick, what's your favorite cheese? First year. $10. How's that? You like the Limburger with the cheap muscatel. Sounds like the Muppet movie. The original Muppet movie. Limburger and raw onion sandwich on dark rye. I like the dark rye. Big fan of onion. I don't know about putting those all together. The coast, the coast. I don't think we can go. We can't go around that rock. The Inquisitor can't swim. So we're gonna need war table operation before we do anything else here. A pair of smittens. You like a goat brie? Brie's good. I like brie. Soft cheeses. Camembert? Camembert? What's that one? I'm sure someone knows their cheeses far better. That's another soft cheese I like. Also, hi, Rango. dedicated to all elven and human who lost their lives in the Second Exalted March. And another war table operation.
How long have the people on the other side been cut off?
That's 2 in this zone. Alright, time to leave. We came here for something we can't get to until those operations are done. That's what that is. Oh, another rift. Where are they still fighting, and what are they fighting? Rage demon I can't hit. I want the rift to reset. If I go too far, the rift's gonna reset. Shit, I might have waited too long. The cooldown was not done. Just barely make it on Dispel. I had to wait for it, and then I kind of screwed it up. Unpause time. Let a little bit too much pass. Almost missed the opportunity. And Despair Demon. Why did you guys... Oh, because the stupid Despair Demon, like, bailed from the main area here. Alright, everybody on the Revenant. Stamina up, let's mark him. Hidden Blades. Leap away, trigger the mark of death. He's dead. Revenant down. Just like that. Oh, where's the one who ran away? You. Not sure I'm hitting it, but. Ruby! Smittens, you like cheddar when it's real sharp? Yeah, mild cheddar always kind of sucks the flavor out of a sandwich, but sharp cheddar is good. I can do mild, but I do like sharp cheddar. Much better. I love a good cheddar. I like mozzarella with tomato and avocado. Anyways. But fresh mozzarella is awesome. Cheddar for sandwiches, burgers. Villa Montevelan. About that. Villa Montevelan was the first settlement humans established in the Dales following the victory of the Exalted March. Soldiers were the earliest residents. Favorite kind of barbecue? That sounds like a question from someone who knows barbecue. I mean, a lot of people barbecue. You mean different types of barbecue? I think I know what you mean. We've got a few barbecue places in town that do it differently. You've got barbecue where stuff is, you know, cooked in sauce, or where meat is smoked, and then you get separate sauces, thick sauces, light sauces. Some very thin, kind of runny barbecue sauces. I'm not sure I have a favorite. I think I prefer just good meats that are well smoked, and then a thick sauce, thick barbecue sauce. So what style is that? I live in Colorado. I mean, we didn't originate any barbecue here, and originally from Manhattan. So I know there's different origins for different types of barbecue, but I couldn't pin them down. Prestige, scroll up for Vivienne comments. Let me see. Solus is good and all, but I recommend bringing Vivienne. I can't stand her. Firstly, because of all the Knight Enchanter stuff. Yes, it's powerful. Order her to put up a barrier attack with her conjured sword that does decent damage, also effective against barriers. Secondly, because of her special ability. When her focus is full, she'll revive everyone with full health. You know, I just wish she didn't drive me a little nuts. In the party, it's not so bad, you know. She fights and a little bit of banter, and that's cool. But her character's irritating. Old journal, clearly much beloved. I weep at what the armies have done. Ditches scar the landscape. Fire everywhere. All around is the smell of bitter smoke and spilled blood. I remember coming here as a boy. It was late summer and the plains were bright, golden. The earth was warm. It felt like home. All that's gone. My mother said my father was from these parts. She never told anyone but me that he was an elf. Maybe part of me, the elf-blooded part, feels what the Dalish felt for centuries. This is my home. I would give anything to preserve it. I'll go now with the others, but when the war is over, I will return. Beautiful again. Whiskey, right wine, conscription ale. Bottle marked vintage, Warden Korenic. Notes of fruit and anger. So it was sort of an open question. No, it's a good one. Texas, there's a ton. Wet. Wet is your favorite. Your sauce. Central? Favorite? There's a barbecue science class at your college you'll be taking next semester, too. See, that's what I mean by serious barbecue. Barbecue science class. Silver Knight. Question has always fascinated me. What happened to Sir Brandis, the Silver Helm? Lord Demetrius, the only champion killed, died before the victory, but both Sister Amity and Brandis survived. Amity established the Chantry, history's filled with her name, yet Brandis disappears from the story after his confrontation with the last Emerald Knight. I took it upon myself to unravel this mystery, learn that there are tales even the Dalish do not know. In lost verses of a song, painstakingly unearthed, I found the answer to my question. Who could bear the weight of a people destroyed by his hand? The song, with unknown melody, follows. Bright silver were his helm and chain, bright silver on his horse's rein. He rode upon the golden plain, the brave and comely knight. The elves stood fast, their banners high, would not flee, they would not fly, though knowing they would surely die, the last of Dalish might. Met them on the golden field, the fate of elven kind now sealed. Mercy urged them all to yield, he sorrowed, light. But prideful were the Dalish kin, their vengeful hearts could not give in. With raging cry and dreadful grin, they struck against the light. Beneath the red and fading sun, the elven stand was swift undone. Till they were vanquished, all but one, defiant in her fight. Her brothers on the field lay slain. He would not see her die in vain. In grief, cried, "Yield to her again, that good and gentle knight." He could not strike, his shield dropped low. She lifted sword against her foe. He did not see the far-off bow, its arrow loosed in flight. Sharpened thorn, searing brand, a shot the elf could not withstand. The sword fell lifeless from her hand, with drops of crimson bright. He said no word, he made no sound, but caught her falling to the ground. her dark hair flowing all unbound, a veil as black as night. And up around him came the call that celebrated Dalish fall. The cry of victory came from all except the Silver Knight. The glimmer of his helm and chain, now dull with dark and bloody stain, he looked and saw upon the plain the dying elven light. Elf sword in hand, heart filled with woe, no one would ever see him go, but with a solemn prayer spoke low, he vanished into night. They say he rode on easterly, the sword he placed beneath a tree, and there remained on bended knee that grave and mournful night. That was excellent. I'm guessing they didn't really write a song to go with it, a melody. Maybe someone did. Maybe some fan did. I did almost pick up some beer today. Still did not. I still did not. Nothing in the house. But cheers to all. Memorials of the Second Exalted March. Triumph of the Light. Remember the triumph over the profane. Sister Amity led the march to the river Tenasseer, where stood shrines to the elven gods. These she struck down. Standing upon the bank, she sang the chant of light. Andraste's word had come to the Dales and delivered them from wickedness. War table missions before we can get to Sir Hildebrandt. So the one thing that brought us to that area we can't get to yet, Lucian Bay. Be able to get there. Hope we can get there. Roundabouts. That was close. That made my eye twitch. Operations. That's what we needed to get. Go this way now? Coral? Is it been opened up? I think it might be. Let's check it out. Let's go north from this camp. And see what we shall see. Hey, Creeps, what's going on? Hey. Creeps just had a birthday a couple days ago. Happy birthday to you.
Word for you.
Operations. Go check that and that out. That's something that's already been opened up. I think it might be last year of your 30s, last one. I have but a couple more. I'll be 38 this year. I got a couple more. Death Drink Spring. Just lovely. Creeps, are you big on birthdays? This year I'm gonna lay low. This year I am so laying low for my birthday. I still don't know what I'm gonna do birthday week because my birthday coincides with the election this year in the U.S. I'd just as soon pretend that week didn't even exist. But I don't know. We might have a few off days from the stream that week. Just gonna disappear. You're big on birthdays, but the past few years haven't done much for your birthday. By the one thing I don't like to miss out on for my birthday, although even that's not a big deal, and I don't always do it, is I try and get something good to eat. That's the one thing I like to do. It doesn't have to be going out, you know. It doesn't have to be fancy. But I like to eat something that I really like at my birthday, whatever it is. Loady loot. I can't get. Sushi. Nice. Door can only be opened by some kind of mechanism. Alright. That wasn't an operation, was it? Well. This a path that could take us up? Let's try getting to this. I wonder if we can go up, 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 over? These ruins here, we go in from this canyon. Canyon, we enter the ruins. It's landmark. In there. Maybe we have to go through and up. Maybe this pass will let us... What am I doing? What am I talking about going? Let's try going north from here, but we might somehow be walled off. Honeyui, same thing. Sushi on your birthday. We've got a few birthdays coming up this month. October, I mean. I do have a few marked on my schedule. I don't have them in my head, but I took some things out of the birthday notes from the stream and put them on my schedule. See them more readily. How old is this game? 2014, I think. Late 2014. Childhood. Birthday's in December. Nice. Rango, you're turning 18 next Friday. On. Next Friday. Next Friday. How can I put that? I don't have my proper notes here. Assassin weapon. Well, we're a little past that. That was one of the things we needed for the assassin specialization. Barely readable, unsent letter. Service. Can you bring the Grey Wardens back? My men are seeing Darkspawn at night. Darkspawn! It's not a blight starting, is it? You'll protect us, right? Duval. Or it can only be opened by some kind of a mechanism. Ooh! Foiled again. I guess we just can't get to those areas where her last couple Quarries until we've done what? What are we missing here? We can't get through this door. Mechanism. What mechanism? Don't recall. We can't get through this door. Mechanism. I would love to know if anyone remembers or feels like looking it up. Where the final artifact is, too. We've got a camp, an artifact we need someone to kill. Leo of Lucian Bay. Can't get there through the still ruins, can we? You have to go into that palace on the hill thing. The still ruins? I thought we have already done the still ruins. But if I didn't open a gate that can be opened from in there, then you go back? Did you choose Hawk or Stroud? Hawk lived. Stroud sacrificed himself in the Fade. Not the still ruins. Not the still ruins. Palace on the hill thing to open the gate. Not sure what palace we're talking about. About taking the scaffolding up. And we can take the scaffolding up and get up on top from there. Probably a few things, since there's little bits and pieces of architecture, even if it's just a few planks here and there. I'd have been here before. We could have been up here and grabbed a shard. Looks like that scaffolding might take us up and over. It's all good. All good. We've already used this ocularum. Double checking. One of one shards. Here. Might not be able to get up on top of that plateau. Just because this brought us higher doesn't mean it'll take us out there, though. I don't think it will. Like it now. Clearly not intended, even if I could get up there. Not what we're supposed to be! And it pushes me off the map. Oh, I finally find a way around and you tell me no! I'm not allowed to go. Did you do that quest from Griffin Keep involving the Darkspawn? Pinning it down by name, Griffin Wing Keep. Yes. Yeah, definitely. That was before going into the Fade. Before going into the Fade. Or is there still something there? Capture the Keep. No, we haven't done it. No, it's right there. We haven't done it. Assault on Griffin Wing Keep. Thank you. Closer camp.
I've used that.
No Blood Lotus to replenish supplies of bees. Go in the cave in the back. That effective for entering the keep. We can't enter from the front, can we? There is a cave in the back. Entropic, you're quite ready for it to be done, huh? Six more hours. And Edge. What I'm thinking about is trying to, since I just changed this schedule and it all got weird, and it's still weird, and I don't know if the weirdness is gonna go away or how effective it's been. So I might try to find some way to I'm gonna go back to a totally fixed schedule. Probably not. I'm not quite ready to give up on having some variable off days. It's really helpful for doing some of the computer work I do and not having to just block in some of that stuff. But it's been confusing for me too. It's on my mind. Current wonky schedule may have to go. This ancient cistern stinks like rotting.
We're near another artifact.
Come on, Sarah, rip him up. Just don't jump down. You just shot at no one. Asgat, thank you. Gears of War! Did you just say Gears of War? I know Shamrock Mike. I saw Shamrock Mike stream some Gears of War, and I didn't know anything about the series. I mean, it's a third-person cover shooter, right? Well, that was my first surprise. Gears of War isn't a first-person shooter? Apparently, I knew nothing about Gears, and I have never played a Gears game. So, how serious were you? I do like a third-person. A little more appeal to me in a third-person cover shooter. Gonna do Doom first-person, cool, that's fine, but I prefer a third-person shooter. Well, the October schedule's all laid out, and we already might have too much. I might have to put either Batman or Evil Within in November. Or it might still all fit, but it's going to be tight. Depends on how Dragon Age wraps up, and we'll see. Woohoo! What's up, Misery? Welcome. Are y'all done for the day? Suspiciously like caps lock on my end. That's horrible. Caps lock, no. Push Batman back, if anything. Yeah, it could. I mean, it's certainly not a bloody game. I thought it was a neat fit for October just because costumes and masks and things. D-Star, early morning tomorrow, heading to bed. Happy dragon killing. See you all soon. Good night. Sleep well, C-Star. Sweet dreams.
Shall we knock?
Beat them!
Glad.
Tear them!
Stand up! And hit especially when you're lying down like that. Jay, do you ever leave the PC Master Race and indulge in a bit of console? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Not tying myself down on any platforms. Dying Light, we're gonna do some multiplayer Dying Light. Was almost gonna be on PS4. Then it sounded like there was a little more interest from people who had it on PC. Up on the ramparts. Nice. Did you see Sarah? She's like, all right, fine. You want me down here? No problem. Right there. She was in stealth, so she was translucent, but she was there. Well, see, we're gonna get different opinions. Somebody might say bump Batman, someone says bump Last of Us, we've seen it. I'm weighing all those options. Last of Us is one of my favorite games. It's not that long. Finished it in an average of, I think, 12 to 15 hours. But, yeah, shoot nothing. We have not seen Arkham City on stream. One of the things about Arkham City, though, is that 24 hours may not be enough. And I don't want to rush Arkham City. We don't have to do every little thing. We're not going for all the riddles. But 24 hours is cutting it close for Arkham City. Might be better to have 30 hours for Arkham City.
I am ready to serve!
Oh, I should have marked this guy.
Life is nothing! He will reign!
Easy peasy. Yeah, Last of Us being one of my favorite games. I kind of like to play it a couple times a year since it came out. Sort of like Mass Effect. I like coming back to it. It's one of my favorite games. Once or twice a year, I gotta play my favorite games. We haven't played Last of Us in more than 6 months. The longer we go, the more I think about it. But Batman might be.
You can now, but it's less like work when it's yours.
Kitty's collar. Guardian Spirit blocks one melee attack every 30 seconds. On dying, 75% chance to heal for half health. You only have a 1 in 4 chance of dying when you die, but minus 100% damage resistance. Take way more damage, but you resist a lethal strike once every 60 seconds. If you die, you don't necessarily die. Kitty's collar. Does anyone use that, and how well does it work? Anyone know the Kitty's collar? Anyways, Batman's probably the least October-oriented game, and thereby I probably, if I have to bump a game, bumping Batman would be good. Then we can take our time with it when we do it in November. We're gonna play Deus Ex in November. We're gonna play Dishonored in November. Hopefully we'll play some old NES games, and some other things. Got room for Batman. Bum, bum, bum. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I think I see what I want to do here. Let's go like this and around the outside. This. One of these stars is in there as a distraction, too. Doesn't always happen. Go. Constellation Toth. The only constellation to maintain its ancient name in the present day. The constellation Toth directly corresponds to the ancient Tevinter old god known as Toth, the Dragon of Fire. The depiction of this constellation varies, usually represented either as a man of flame in agony, presumably a victim of the old god, or as a flaming orb. Scholars in the Divine Age attempted to officially change the nomenclature to Ignifir. This is why some old texts record it as such, but the attempt never caught on, even after the eradication of old god worship in the Imperium. Last of Us, Densa, you're saying it doesn't necessarily fit either because it's more of a drama rather than a horror game. Debatable. Debatable. It's definitely a drama. I think it is also pretty clearly horror. But I get your point. I get your point. So did I already open a door? I accomplished what I need to accomplish here. Capture the keep. What remains? We need to blow the horn. There we go. Place Inquisition flag. Flag. Hey, Thiago. Backing up here. Hello. And I saw your Batman. I saw your Batman Dan's game face as well.
I have a
Not a
patrol
fan.
at the moment.
Not a fan.
Some of the men cited darkspawn in the
I
area.
like the series. I just didn't like
bandits
Night
have taken up squatting in the
very
fortress
much.
the wardens abandoned.
Peek at potion upgrades, but I don't think there was much more to be done. There was one more thing we could do. Do it now. We're willing to spend 18 Arbor Blessing, 9 Embrium, and 2 of our 3 Amrita Veins. Then Regen Potion will be stronger. Doubles the healing amount if the user is below 25% health. Yeah, Life Ward. Let's get it. Not using many Lyrium Potions. Already upgraded basic healing potions. Don't have any tonics. Alright, we have 1 tonic. Ears of the Dead. Next 3 hits inflict poison. Grenades. Confusion grenades. Fire pitch grenades. Missing 1 and I don't recall what it is. Bees, bees, bees. We had 2 more Felindaris. We could add some wasps. I worry that we will need... These already take Blood Lotus to replenish. They will probably take a second ingredient to replenish if we upgrade them with wasps. We'll do it when we can. So it's break time. Let me take a 10-minute break here, and I'll be back and we'll continue. What I thought we were going to do was go knock off the last 2 of Cassandra's targets, but we had to open up some war table operations. I'm still not sure if we've got doors open to access them. Go to Kaer Oswin. Can try to take down those targets. Also behind one of those war table operations or doors I didn't have open is the last artifact for Blackwall. Still amulet for Cole. If we're back at Skyhold, we can do that anytime. Talk to Dorian. We killed a Dorian. We got credit for 1. Excellent. Still need 2 more Primeval Red Lyrium. Well, shit. That's a great quest name. Let me do that next. Let's do that next. Well, shit. We'll have to give Varric a little bit of gear. Get him caught up a little bit. Break time for me, maybe break time for you. Go stretch your legs, grab a drink, smoke them if you got them, and come back. In 10 minutes, we're going to continue If you're taking off during the break, I'll see you later. Otherwise, we'll sooner.